Hello, this is Michelle with Homeschool Haven. I wanted to share a little bit about how we incorporate poetry in our day without taking a whole lot of time. We try and keep it under 10 minutes, split into little pieces like I'll show you. There's also a link down below for a document that kind of goes into more detail and actually has links for the resources I'm about to share. So make sure you check that out. We also have a Facebook group if you're not part of. Please click the link and join us as we kind of cheer each other on and navigate this world of homeschooling together. So this is what we do for our poetry. We have a morning basket that we do a little bit of 2 to 3 minutes of just reading. I read to them different poems, and we're working through Shel Silverstein's Where the Sidewalk Ends right now. We also love I'm Just No Good at Rhyming. It's also very silly, like Shel Silverstein, has the same flavor, but we also love classics. So I love poems to learn by heart. We love Robert Louis Stevenson, Hilaire Belloc. A lot of my poems that I have gleaned from is through the IEW Poetry Memorization Program, which will be in the link in the document. So this is a great one if you want to follow a program and want your kids memorizing poetry. This is a great program. We have used it kind of to the letter for 1 or 2 years, and this year we're doing a little bit of a tweak on it. I let them go through and pick about 10 poems that they want to learn, and I printed them out in a binder. Well, one of the dividers in their binder has the poems that they've chosen. So this is my son's. He has chosen some that he was excited about, and I think that really helps them have ownership over the memorization part. And I have found that their excitement for diving in this year has, I think, been a big part of them choosing which poems they want to learn. So I would highly recommend that. So they actually spend about 5 minutes in their independent work time studying a new poem or a new part of their poem. I have them pick 2 to 4 lines a day, and that routine is outlined in the document below, so you want to check that out. And they kind of know it now, and they don't need to refer to it, but that's kind of the idea of what we do is they just choose 2 to 4 lines, they rehearse it, and during the year, during the week, during the day, I try to find ways for them to practice reciting. So it might be when I pull them for one-on-one time, I might say, hey, share what you did in your poetry today. I want to hear what you learned. Often they bring it up too. They want to share what they learned before I even ask. And then if I'm FaceTiming my mom or someone from the family or a friend, I might say, hey, show grandma that the poem that you've been working on. Around the dinner table, excuse me, we often try and talk about the books that we're reading, and one of the things is that I like to do is incorporate the poems in that way and say, hey, show dad what you learned in your poem or with your poetry today. So at the end of the year, we have sometimes had a poetry jam organized by our homeschool office. But some years I've done like a Facebook event where we go live and I just invite friends and family across the country and say, hey, we're coming on live on this day and time, and they hop on and listen to my kids recite their favorite poems. So this is a chance for them to practice expression and fluency and good oration and things like that. So we have a lot of fun with it. If you are looking for something that helps walk them through writing poetry and you don't really want to take that on yourself, this is a fabulous book for that. Write Your Own Poems has places for them to actually write in the book, but it takes them through different skills and techniques and tools for writing their own poems. So this will be also linked in the document. So those are the 3 basic ways to teach really anything. You want to do it, model it, give them a chance to practice it in a step-by-step manner, and then have them and be there with them while they're practicing. So that's why I touch base and I check with them, and I actually underline parts as I'm listening to them. I will have their poem out and underline words for them to check the next time they sit down to the poem. So that's kind of our shared experience. And then you want them to have independent practice. So those are kind of my 3 things, the 3 levels that you always want to have when you're teaching something So hopefully that gets you excited about teaching poetry. Please join our Facebook group if you're not already part of it. The link is down below as well. And we cheer each other on. We support each other. If you have questions or want to share your successes or your challenges, that's the place to do it. So thanks for being with me. Bye.